Hey guys, this is DJ Legion from Audio Waves Academy, and in this video I'll show you how to fix timing and tune vocals in Logic using Flex Time and Flex Pitch. By the end of this video, you will know how to tighten your drums, how to lock vocals to the beat, and even do some creative formats. Now let's go into Logic. Here right now we got our vocal, and if I go and zoom here, you're going to see that we don't have the flex pitch enabled. If you go here up, you can go and click in this section here where it says show height flex, or you can go and hit the command F, and now you can see here on the left side we have some different options. We have the monophonic, the automatic, the slicing, rhythmic, polyphonic, speed effects, and tempophone. By the way, Flex in Logic is an Apple's built-in system for bending audio in time and in pitch, in case you don't know it, right? It's kind of Melodyne, but built-in for Logic Pro users. Cool, now that you know this quick info, you can go here and click on this icon, or you can choose between these options. I tend to always to go here and choose the polyphonic, and if I go and choose the polyphonic, you're going to see that we enabled something here. And in this case, we have the vocal, which is a stereo file, but most of the times when you record the vocal inside your studio, it is going to be a mono file. So you can go here and choose the monophonic. It's not such a big change, but it just reacts better if you have a mono channel. Let's go here back again on polyphonic. And if I go and solo it, you're going to hear now right now the vocal.
There's something about you. There's something about you that makes me down.
And let me go and activate the metronome.
There's something about you. There's something about you that makes me down. There's something about you that makes me wanna leave this town.
Okay, it's like 95% is on time, but the purpose of this video is to show you right now what you can go and do with the polyphonic option right now. Let's go here, for example, at the beginning, and I'm going to make a loop until this section, and have a close look here what it happens.
There's something about you.
When he says the about you, you can hear that it comes just a little bit later. It's not wrong, but you can go and change this thing. If I go here right now with my mouse, and you can see we have one option. If I go and click it, you can see that we activated this line. But if I go with my mouse and go in the middle, you're going to see that we have 3 lines that we can go and activate. Let's go and click. And now let's go and do the same thing again. And now let's go and do also the same thing here and here. So right now we have these lines. If I go and zoom in a little bit here on this section only.
There's something about you.
We can go now and change the timing of the vocals. For example, if I go and just bring this one here, right now we are on beat.
There's something about
But listen carefully, right now we changed something small here that it made this section here sound a little bit too stretched.
There's something.
Can you hear that?
There's something. There's something.
In comparison with earlier.
There's something about. There's something about. There's something about.
It is just a bit more. If I go and delete this line, now it should come a little bit closer.
There's something about.
But still it is there. When I made earlier these 3 lines, there was a reason why. Because if I go and delete all these lines, let me go and delete a little bit here and a little bit here. If I go double click just on the line, it will delete itself. And now if I go and bring this one here, look at what's going to happen on the waveform. It's going to change totally the position of all the things that we have in this section here.
There's something about you.
So we changed everything, right? Now if I go and delete everything here and in this section, now it's going to be back as it was. But as we already mentioned, we can go and fine tune it a little bit here, because right now we can see that some are a little bit, just a little bit out of time. It's not wrong, but you can go and use this technique if you want to perfect the time. For example, in this section here, let's go and have a listen.
There's something about you.
For example, I should go here maybe and bring this one a little bit closer.
There's something about you.
But now that I have changed it, you can hear that when it says about you, the t, it sounds a little bit stretched.
There's something about you.
So if I go and bring this one here,
There's something about you.
now it sounds really nice. A really great tip for you guys is if you go and, for example, you say here, I want to bring this one here. Can you see that everything changed here in this section? So I would always highly recommend, when you have such a big gap here, go and do this line here, and you can go and stretch a little bit here.
There's something about you.
By the way, let's go and listen also how it sounds with the track.
There's something about you. There's something about you.
Okay, it sounds pretty good. Let's go on the next section just to practice a little bit here, because here we have more things to listen to.
There's something about you that makes me down.
For example, here we can go and change some stuff just for you to practice a little bit. Let's go here and make this one again like in 3 dots. By the way, this happens only if you go here in the middle of the waveform.
There's something about you.
For example, here I can go and bring it a little bit earlier.
There's something about you that makes me down.
And this one here, maybe.
There's something about you that makes me down.
Okay, I'm not so sure about it, but I think that something changed here. Let's go and take this 2 out.
There's something about you that makes me down.
Yeah, this one here, I can go and bring it a bit earlier. By the way, sorry for this sound, but my cat is going really crazy right now.
There's something about you that makes me down.
It's not wrong how it was earlier, but now it is more like on 100% on time.
There's something about you that makes me down.
These are like really small changes that you can go and do to fine tune the timing of your tracks. Now that we talked about the polyphonic, let's go here and on the bass and have a listen how it sounds. Okay, in case you don't know, for example, what notes we are playing here, there's a way that you can go and use the flex pitch to find these notes. You can go here and enable the flex pitch. And now if I go and zoom in, you are going to see that we have these notes. And we have this information right now that we have this note, which is going to be the D, and then it goes like one semitone down, again on D, and then here again on D, and then it goes up. Here we are on E, and we have also these small things that we can go and change also. Let's start here from the pitch drift. You are going to find the pitch drift here on the left, right, top corner of this note. And what it does, it controls how the note slides at the beginning, here in this section, and at the end. So if I go and change this one here, you're going to see that we have this small thing that goes up. For example, let's go and overdo it. Can you hear the bending? If I go and turn down, and again here up, let's go and bring it here on, let's say here, and again here. If I go here at the end, let's go and bring this one up, or maybe we can go and use this one here to have a better transition on this note. And let's go and bring it back again. Now let's go here on the left side where you're going to see again we have another thing that it's going to say gain. What the gain does, it changes the volume of that specific note only. For if I go and turn down a little bit here, you're going to see that. Think of it like some kind of gain staging, but only in this section, right? And if I go and overdo it, you're going to see also that the waveform here is going to get bigger. Let's go and bring it back again. Now let's go over here and you're going to see that we have the vibrato, which is going to be here at the bottom in the middle. And what this does, it controls how much natural pitch wobble this note has. If I go and turn down, you're going to see that some things are changing. And if I go and overdo it, but you are going to hear it much better if we have a vocal. And here on the top in the middle, we have the fine pitch, which is a very small, precise pitch correction in cents, not semitone, cents. There is a big difference. If I go and overdo it like this, you're going to see that we are changing here the notes a little bit. But if I go and with the handle, with the hand here, I can completely change it. Here it was earlier like this, and now like this. And if I go here and with a fine pitch, I can go and fine tune it, like bring it on the 100%. And if I go here, I can bring it like on 0. I think you get the idea. And now if I go here on the right side, you're going to see that we have the format shift. The format shift, it does what it says. It shifts the tone or the color, you can think of it, of the voice without changing the musical note. Let's go here on the vocal and try to do this one here in this section, which is a little bit longer. And if I go and bring it up, let's go and bring this one here, for example. Can you hear the difference? And if I go and bring it down again, now again here, let's go and bring it back like this. If you go and bring it up, it makes it kind of this chipmunk sound. But if you go and bring it down a bit here, you're going to hear that it sounds a bit more darker. You can go and play with it a little bit, but there's a big difference here if I go and leave it like this, for example. And if I go and break this one here and break the tone here. Can you hear? Now it sounds much better if I go and break it like this. If you want to try it out. This technique is really great if you want to do some character changes, some character voice changes there, or maybe if you want to double something and for different formats. Of course, if you want to go here, for example, in this section, you're going to see that we have also these arrows here on the left and on the right side. What it does, it brings the waveform. It makes the singing, for example, here a little bit longer. But let's go and overdo it here so that you can have a better idea how it really sounds on this section, for example. Right now it ends here. Let's go and make a loop. And let's go and bring this one here a little bit longer. Now you can see that it ends here. But if I go and undo, it ends a little bit earlier. Let's go into this thing again here, and you're going to see also that the waveform is completely changing. Here, this section here is going to change if I go and make this one bigger. And it changes, by the way, also the timing from the next note that we have here. And the final thing that I want to show you, if I go here on drums, let's go and put this one here on rhythmic, because the drums are rhythms, and you can see right now that we are going to be like most of the times on 100% on the timing.
There's something about you. There's something about you that makes me down.
And now we can go and change the timing if you want. For example, I'm not going to do it like this is not the way that you're going to do it, but I want to show you if you want to change a little bit here the beats and everything. Let's go and make this one here, for example, on 32, and now we can see more timings here that we can go and change. Let's go and break this one here, for example, and this one here, and this one here.
There's something.
Can you hear right now that sounds much different in comparison with earlier? And if I go and overdo it here, for example, on the snare, on the clap, I'm going to delete this one here, but let's go and make this one, bring this one here. This is an option that you can go and do if you want on your drum loops, but this works much better if we have something that it's out of time and you can go and fine tune it. But don't forget that flex is not just for fixing problems. You can also get really creative with it. You can do extreme flex time stretching to create some slowdowns, to stutter, or glitchy textures, let's say, from a normal vocal or drum loop. If you want to know how I really use it, most of the times I'm going to activate the flex pitch on two main problems that I want to solve. I'm going to go and search, for example, if I find that a note doesn't belong there from where it was from the singer, it didn't like fine tune it and bring it back on the scale that I wanted, or fixing the timing. And most of the times I'm going to do that on vocals. So that's flex time and flex pitch in Logic. You can go and fix the timing, tune vocals, and create textures without any third-party plugins, without giving so much money for Melodyne when you got this thing inside your DAW. If this helped, let me know in the comments, and if you want a deeper vocal-only flex pitch tutorial or a full drum tightening walkthrough, hit the like and subscribe for more Logic and mixing videos. See you on the next video, guys. Bye bye.